I will hook you up.
I will grab some minutes.
So what can I do for you? Well, you guys know most of this, but tell them who I am. I'm Dr. Reed. I've been here forever. This is my 30th year in teaching. I started teaching in the Chattanooga City Schools that no longer exist. So I've been around a while. And this is my 21st year at Rossville, and I am certified and highly qualified in all subjects pre-K through 8th grade. I'm gifted. I'm high school English, media specialist, and administrator. And I've been certified administrator since 1998, mainly because everybody said, you can get that certification, you're just doing it for the degree. And I went, watch me. So I'm the queen of I don't know, but I'll find out. So if you ask me a question, I don't know, but I'll find out, I mean it. You may need to remind me because I tend to sometimes forget things, but I will find out for you. My focus is on collaboration. My job is to work with you and for you. So posters, you guys are pretty good with posters, I know. Taylor's the pro. Make them on Canva or whatever. I can make posters for class, for sports, for events. Shannon, you're really good at sending me posters for whatever's going on around the school, and you send them to me the size that they need to be, and I appreciate that. But school events, parades, we can laminate the banners so the football players can't run through it, which would be funny. But anyway.
Do that.
They actually did break their banner though. Somebody let go, so it just went off. So
Oh.
we got the cheerleaders lined up, and the cheerleaders were in third and broke.
Okay.
It was
You're supposed to tear it.
It was actually kind of cute.
That is sweet. I like that. With the Glowforge, I can make manipulatives. If you're doing something in science and you need something that will fall at a certain size, something that's a certain size, and see how far it's going to fall or whatever. I don't know what. I don't do physics. The closest I ever got to a physics class, even with a PhD, was that I dated a physics major when I was in college. So I'll just tell you, I understand that it's roller coasters and Teflon and stuff like that. Staying on the road when you're going around a curve. I understand that, but I don't know why it works. So, if you need manipulatives, you just let me know what you need and I will make you whatever you want. I can do game pieces, so if you want little people game pieces, I can make little game pieces, passes, projects. I've done awards for track that were really cool. Taylor designed a t-shirt and we made a little stand and they came out really cool. If you're looking for specific authors or something for class or specific content area or something that students are interested in, if there's a particular scientist that you want me to have information about, if there's a particular mathematician that's doing something that the kids need to be aware of, I don't speak math either. I'm really sorry. I'm the exact opposite of what you should do, except for the life science stuff. I like that stuff. But I like algebra because I had a really good algebra teacher. So I don't understand what you guys do, but if you have, which is why it's funny that I'm highly qualified in that. So if you have something that you want, tell me what it is that you need and what you want, and I will see what I can do about finding something that's appropriate for sharing with everybody. With the media collection, I have a friend on TikTok who says that she runs a library, not a museum. So I do try to keep things current, 2015 and later. If I can get 2020 and later, I do, because so many things change, especially with science. And math changes too, whether the kids want to hear that or not. But I always try to keep things current in here. The space for collaborative projects, we just had the spelling bee yesterday. I know I've had cheer events in here. I had cheer parents making banners and things like that in here at one point. Football players have come in and analyzed video in here. But if there's anything that you need, a pull-out group, if you want to divide your kids into groups and do an experiment or whatever, and you're more than welcome to come in here and do that. I don't mind. Special events, if there's a family meeting or a parent meeting or whatever that you need to have for any reason, just let me know and I'll add it to my schedule. That's not a problem. I am the stuff kind of girl, and I know you guys have a big closet upstairs and everything, but I collect things. People give me things. Miss Boehner has some craft supplies in her house that she is not interested in keeping in. So I went over yesterday and my car is literally full of ribbon. I have a whole garbage bag full of that wire craft ribbon. I have all kinds of fake flowers and buckets and things you can put things in. And so if there's anything that you need as far as craft supplies, or or a random need, a sewing kit. The one thing I get asked for a lot that I don't have is shoe glue. Super glue and Gorilla Glue is not the same. They're not the same as shoe glue. Shoe glue is a different consistency and it holds differently and binds to different things. So I don't have that, but I have all kinds of other glue and I have all kinds of other tape. So if you need something, let me know. I have the cameras so that you can show things on the board. I have my microscope here, and I have button makers. This one is 3 inch, this one is 1 1/4 inch. I have magnifying glasses and binoculars. I have all kinds of just stuff. The black light, flashlights and all of those things. So if you need black lights for a black light party, or you want to do an assignment that requires them to look at something under black light, I even have the pins that you can write for them. The best part of my job is that nobody understands what I do, and so I sort of get to make it up. There are parts of my job that I didn't understand for a long time, and so I sort of made it up, and things have gotten smoother and easier as far as interacting with classes and respecting your time in the classes, as well as being able to interact with the kids. But no day is the same, and it's never what I planned it to be, so it works. I have ADHD, I can't pay attention to anything. So I make a to-do list, and then yesterday I literally got one thing done on my to-do list. But it was because I had 10 classes in here, so that I know there are a lot of times that it looks like I'm not busy, but it hits all at once. And usually it's at lunchtime, so you guys get lunch at anywhere from 10:30 to 1, depending on the day, and I get lunch at 2 or 3, because that's when things calm down. So if you need me for something, just ask. Everything else takes priority. If a teacher has a request, that takes priority over whatever I needed to do. So I like being y'all's hero, so I like to fix things for people. As far as the tech tickets, the teacher laptops, the Chromebooks, the printers, the instructional panels, I forgot to put the VR class on there. The library collection, I maintain it, I update it, I develop it, I weed it, I repair it, and I organize it, so I can fix books that have glue issues. If you have personal books and you need them repaired, I can do that. I can melt the glue and put new glue in and fix them. It looks terrible when it starts because you have to take things apart. But DJ Cherry had a Bible that her mother-in-law had repaired with neon yellow duct tape. And I mean, it was much brighter than my Butterfinger wrapper. It was bright. And she said, "Can you make this look better?" Yes, I can. And so I created a binding with the Glowforge and leather, and I rebound her Bible so that it looked like something she would be proud to take in public. So I can co-teach lessons with you if there's something that you're wanting to do as far as a project or experiment or posters or whatever. I may not necessarily understand all the physics of it and everything, but I do know teaching, and so I can help with management and organizing and putting things together. And I will research whatever I need to research to work a project with you guys. I can teach them how to do research and use Galileo, so if you want to use Galileo in your classrooms, Galileo does have research articles and things like that. It's got the entire history of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution online. It has books online and all kinds of other things, videos. I can help you locate resources for whatever you need in class. If you need something that reflects a certain skill or a certain method or whatever, I can find that for you. I can host presentations, not just author presentations, but any presentation, whether it's virtual or in person, where the kids can interact with whoever it is you're wanting to share with them. And we have a shared space. This is my classroom, but it is our space, and so we all use it. You guys know how to make posters, so I'm not going to go over making posters, but I'm going to tell you, if it looks tiny on your poster, it's going to be tiny when I print it. So people will send me things that are literally this big, and I will say, please make it bigger. For the sake of the video, I will tell you, when you're making a poster, set whatever you're making your poster on, set it to the size of the poster you want, so that when the poster comes to me, I know what size to make it. Otherwise, I'll be asking you more questions if you didn't tell me what size you want it to be. If you are sending pictures from an iPhone to an account to put them on a slide, you need to convert them because iPhone pictures are HEIC, and you will need to convert them to JPEG or PDF to drop them into a slide for sure. But Canva, you can drop just about anything into a Canva. And then download it or email me the link and share it with me. If you just send it in Canva, make sure you email me too, because I don't always spot those. They come to a different folder and they don't show up in my front folder, so I don't always see them first. I make, like I said, buttons, color prints, translations of books. I've been turning things from English to Spanish for 2 years now, and I've gotten rather decent at it. If you've got an article that you need translated or a set of instructions that you need translated, I can make that happen. I can make stickers, but I will tell you, I have a Cricut. I'm not great with the Cricut. So if you guys know your Cricut stuff, I have Cricut stuff. And you're more than welcome to come use my Cricut. I have a computer that's dedicated to Cricut, and I will let you just create away. I have my own color printer in the back. I have sticker paper. I have all kinds of things. This is a space for everybody, and you're all welcome here. If we are doing something during the day, you probably need to let me know ahead of time just to make sure that there aren't other things that some people will look at my schedule and go, you're not doing anything, and they just come in. So I can make sure I block that time off. But I'm a safe space for both students and teachers for chocolate and Kleenex or a place to hide. Sometimes you just need a beach scene and to hide in a comfy chair. I will give you a sympathetic ear and some definite opinions. And I've learned to ask if you want to hear them. Sometimes I'm better at that than others, but I'm in charge of, I do read alouds with CBE, but I can do read alouds with 8th graders too, I don't mind. I do the book fairs, and I am the public library partner person here at school. Our public library lady has been ill, had some health issues lately, so I don't see her as much as I used to, but hopefully she'll be feeling better, and I can hook the kids up with their public library cards if we need to. I can connect them with that. And they deliver here to school too. So, book things, I have the nationally registered Little Free Library. I did not know that was even a thing until I was at Thanksgiving with my sister-in-law, and her friend was there from Wisconsin, and he said, is it registered? And I said, I didn't know that was a thing. And he was like, oh yes, you gotta get it registered. So it is registered. There's an app, the Little Free Library app, and there are people who travel the country, and wherever they go, they look for Little Free Libraries all over the world. And so ours is registered here with the app. And we have people who come visit our Little Free Library from everywhere. So when they come stay in the weird little huts and yurts and things in Chickamauga, they come to our Little Free Library. I work with the Russell Public Library in Pines to keep the children involved there. I am in charge of the book vending machine, and I keep it filled. But I have the tokens, but you have the power to give them out. So if you have a student who has earned a book vending machine token, particularly if you know that student's not going to be student of the month or student of the week, if they are not going to earn a token another way, if they have done something that is over and above and beyond what you expected them to do and they've earned that token, let me know, and I will get you some tokens, and you can pass them out as you will. If you want me to give you some before you leave today, I can do that. I am not gatekeeping the tokens, that's what I'm trying to say. If they've earned it, please let me know. Collection development, so adding anything to the media center that needs to be added. If there's a thing that I need to add to my supplies that I don't have, that you don't want to store, let me know. That's why I have a Cricut, that's why I have the Glowforge, that's why I have, I'm working on getting 3D printers that will actually talk to my slicing software. The resin printers are not wanting to speak to each other right now. So, I am in the business of providing access to information, not just the information itself. And so I can hook you up. If you are in school, or if you are doing something for a class and you need me to find an article for you, I know Ms. Stafford was Ms. Stafford, my brain went away, sorry. ADHD, menopause, that's what it is. Anyway, she was in class and she needed an article, and she said, I found the summary of this article, but I need the actual PDF of the article and I can't find it. And I said, okay, and so I looked it up and printed it and had it to her within 5 minutes. And she needed it for a class. She was like, how did you do that? I was like, I Googled it. So anyway, yeah. So if you need something, I will find it for you. If you're taking a class or whatever and you need help, let me know. If you're on TikTok, you should follow me. I am OG RMS Media Center, and Rob was there with me when I set up this page, and I did not look at it like I should have, because I should have looked at it like a middle schooler would. And I get a lot of questions about why I'm OG RMS Media Center, because if you look at the first few letters of my TikTok handle, you will see that it looks a little inappropriate, and so people will ask me all the time, why are you OG RMS Media Center? Like, what does that mean? And they think it means something else. And you interpose some of the letters, and it comes up with something quite different than what it actually is. But I told Rob that I was the original RMS Media Center, and he said, do you even know what OG stands for? And I said, it's original. And he's like, no, it's original gangster. And I was like, oh, okay, well, am I, yeah, I'm a gangster. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I'm a gangster. So if you're going to be a gangster librarian, and that's me. And so that's how I explain it. It's one of my pinned videos now on my TikTok page, and it's getting a whole lot of views because apparently my husband wasn't the only one looking at it and going, that looks kind of dirty, honey. So, do you see it? Does everybody see it? Okay. Ms. Waters finally saw it and went, oh, yeah. So, what I need your help with, please update your Chromebooks. Update your Chromebooks. When the kids come to you and they're, my Chromebook won't connect to the Wi-Fi, it's really slow, it's doing this, that, and the other. Do not ever turn off the Wi-Fi on a Chromebook, because it works on teacher laptops. You turn off the Wi-Fi and turn it back on, it will reconnect, and it usually works happily at that point. You do it on a Chromebook, you have to put the password back in. And I spend a lot of time putting passwords back in for kids who are just trying to get out of class. So don't let them turn off the Wi-Fi. If they're slow, empty the cookies. You go to the little snowman, the 3 dots on the top right-hand side of your screen, and click on it, and you scroll down to empty, it's empty device, empty history or something like that. And you do it for all time, not just the last hour or whatever, for all time. Because they've all been playing Kahoot and Book It and all these different games and stuff that they're not supposed to be on, and it fills up their computer with cookies, and it slows it down. But to update it, you click on the little gear when they're logged in, click on the little gear in the bottom right-hand corner or bottom left-hand corner, depending on where they move their taskbar. But the little gear is the settings gear, and you click on that and scroll all the way down to About Chrome, and then check for updates. And 9 times out of 10, when a kid comes to me and tells me they're having a problem with their Chromebook, it needs to be updated. And I spend hours, literally hours, every single day dealing with Chromebook stuff that the kids could fix themselves. So if you guys would please encourage everybody to update Chromebooks. Monitor devices for deliberate abuse. I need to bring some out and put them on display. This is not what we do to Chromebooks. They're covered with paint. Paint, I can't get off. Super glue, I can't get off. If you put super glue and paint on a Chromebook, what takes off the paint and super glue from the Chromebook takes the plastic off too. The kids have learned at Saddle Ridge and this one's missing a screw, so I'll have to fix it. The screws are 2 different lengths, but they've learned to take the screws out, and when they take the screws out of the back of the Chromebook, it unseats the keyboard. So your keyboard no longer works. So that's a fun trick that they've learned. But please monitor the devices for deliberate abuse. We have kids who pick the keys off, and they don't understand that when you pick one key off, I can't just pop that key back on. It's the entire keyboard. They take the top off the computer, they replace the entire keyboard, put the top back on. It's really expensive, and we're getting to the end of our warranty period that they foolishly gave us during COVID. They gave us a spanking good warranty, and it covered everything under the sun that these kids could do to these Chromebooks, except paint and super glue and stuff like that, and eating the rubber gaskets off of them with kids who chewed the rubber gaskets off. But I can't get that stuff fixed, but I can get the devices fixed right now. If that's getting ready to change.
Problems with some of them staying connected to Wi-Fi. So, and they're updated. I've done all the things, and
Yeah.
but they won't stay connected.
Are they on the 5G?
I'll have to look and see.
Okay.
They set up a separate network for us. It will say WCSD 5G.
But the
on
ones
there.
now, there's one I sent the other day that you put
I
in
have
the
one
Wi-Fi,
that's-
and she still won't stay connected. So
Yeah.
even the ones that you've changed,
And
they
there's
won't stay
something
connected.
about your room and Mr. Shirley's room that our Wi-Fi has issues, and so I need to email Bob
Yeah,
about that.
it's-
If you would email him,
Yeah, it's,
He ignores
I will.
me.
it's
Thank
several
you.
that they won't, and I
It's
update
the science
computers.
rooms in 8th grade that are
Yeah,
particularly
I update
bad.
computers daily.
Yeah.
I clear the
Poor-
cookie, I do all
Poor
the
Levi.
things.
I've seen
Levi,
them,
right.
Levi and Peyton, and there are a couple for Mr. Shirley's class. that I
Pedro,
see.
Mia, there's a
Yeah,
bunch.
constantly.
And it's,
Yeah.
they can't do their work because it can't stay
Yeah.
connected.
I had to
Yeah.
send Levi down here to use the desktop computer to do his assignment.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
This is his 4th computer, I think, this
But
year.
it's not,
Yeah.
and he's not like.
No,
abusing
he's
his
he's
computer.
not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's kids who aren't abusing them that I know. There's a legitimate issue
Yeah.
in the science rooms with the Wi-Fi. To get them to look at it, that is a maintenance issue. It is not a tech issue, which I don't understand. But okay, so that's the game we'll play. That's who we're going to talk to. We're going to get it fixed because it is a problem.
Yeah.
And so I'm acknowledging that we need to get it fixed. If y'all, well, this is more for language arts, but bring the students to the media center, because if they don't ever come, they come here to check out books, they never come back, then the books don't come back. The kids move away, the books are gone, they disappear, they don't even know that they owe me books. Sometimes I'll say, do you know where this cookbook is? And they'll go, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, bring it back. So I got one that way today, which was nice. But allow me to work with you. Sometimes we can be, as teachers, we can be like, no, I got it, I'm good, you know. But if there's something that you're feeling overwhelmed or you're stressed and you want something, you want to not be the only one in charge for a little while, work with me and we'll come up with something that we can cooperate on. Or even just, you know, to do a poster project in here or something. And that way, it's not just you for a minute. And ask for help when you need it. So if you know that there's something going on, you don't know how to fix it, or you know that there's something that you want to do, but you're not really sure how to put it together, or even if you're just wanting to talk out an idea, maybe we can come up with something together. If you find books in your classrooms, please return them to the media center. If you find them in the hallway, if you find them, unless you know specifically who it belongs to, send them back to me, because there are some teachers who are really bad about just sticking it on the bookshelf. And then in the summer, I have to run around in your classrooms when they're all unlocked and look for my books. So please don't make me have to do that. But it costs the school money to replace them. So it's almost always like number 1 in a series or number 2 in a series, and then I have to replace them constantly. So if you would please return those books. And any questions? Ask away. Any questions? If you want more candy,